Hello. Welcome back for some more Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Last time we saw Cecil, or he goes by the name Cecil now, but apparently he didn't go by the name Cecil before. The real Cecil, I guess. And we gotta track him down, I guess. Oh wait, no, I had to ask him. That's right, I was gonna ask him questions. I was gonna talk to him. Yeah. We saw this dialogue last time. Because we had to save these guys. And then I stopped here because I realized I was gonna keep going. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. Yeah, but he's a psychopath, so he can't accept that reality. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who forced me into a corner. Lynne, the girl was playing in the park. And finally you, Inspector Campanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes. Detective, actually at this point, Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned the Special Investigation Unit, you see. To the Special Investigation Unit. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first big mistake. My first mistake. I added big in there. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Coming on, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What do you mean you had it out? You pulled your gun out and had it sitting somewhere? What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynne in the first place. Manipulator. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes. This country keeps tabs on the communications networks. Let me take a sip of Ichor. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. Oh, I see. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those two inmates at the special prison, huh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then, finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant. The Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. This submarine? So all those blue people really are foreigners. They are actually just different skin color. They just didn't want to give them an actual race, I guess. Interesting. So we were being racist. Hip hooray! But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes.
And now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camila. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. Okay, spotless record. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. Than your life, huh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects into the investigation into the manipulator case. I see. The manipulator case. That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Joe shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. For some reason, climb the tower is what came into my head. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Jode is innocent. What incredible determination. I mean, trying to get him executed, though, kind of goes against that, but, you know. It is what it is. There's one... Whoa. Who's talking right now? There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jode... Yeah, exactly. Why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. Because then he would actually be a criminal, yeah. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. It wasn't to show off, yeah. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, huh? I mean, it could go either way. It's word against word, but I like this answer more. But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynne completely misunderstood your intentions. Who cares? Honestly, I would agree if you said that. Exactly. Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Honestly, that was my conclusion as well. Is that it didn't matter at all. Do you have anything to say? Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police.
The police, huh? I didn't drag that huh out enough. The police, huh?
Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. Because the body fucking disappeared. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue.
The kitten. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too.
I'm glad someone else has thought about it. The unusual corpse.
That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead all right, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch. But I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment.
I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. But when I had tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood, either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse haven't vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that? Well, if he's invulnerable, he can just get up, I don't know, jump down the trash chute or something. But wouldn't he have been spotted?
It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own.
What? I mean, you say that as if we didn't just see it.
He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. And the gunshot, the fact that you shot it and he ragdolled, and he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. I just thought it's because he was possessing a corpse, so of course he wouldn't feel it. But I didn't think that meant that the corpse itself was actually just being perfectly preserved. The clue left behind. Yeah, I'm interested about this too.
The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body.
Radiation? Ah, yes. Electromagnetic radiation in the spirit spectrum.
I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
Oh, so I was actually kind of close. Wait a minute, could it be?
That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And, just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die, only to come back to life. I wanted to research it in all depth. So I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. You want to see me blush?
It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." I'm starting to sound like classic Wesker. I'm starting to sound like DBD Wesker.
And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsec were somehow connected.
Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camila.
Yeah. So, that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jode?
That's right. Jode and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried.
Camila told Jode it did have something that it shouldn't have, made an impossible move.
I added that part of the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire.
So that must mean somebody manipulated Camila's contraption.
As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanella!
Oh, hey.
Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. That cool cat inspector you always looked up to.
Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jode.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer.
Yikes.
Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke.
But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh.
Jode!
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jode go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's pretty extreme while he was at it. That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
I like this music. It's funky. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me.
There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jode. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me, just before you turned yourself in. Promised to give it back to you one day.
The pigeon is the real manipulator.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jode. Will you marry me? Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynne. Okay, I'm off then.
Good luck, my old friend.
What are you off to try and do?
This present
you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you.
Glad you like it.
Cecil? No, I thought maybe we were gonna get there.
Cecil, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please?
Okay, fine. I'm counting on you.
This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. All right. I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanella.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. Lynne kept her promise about getting me hooked up, and 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang.
Hello?
This is Jode. Cecil, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you.
Control room. Oh, so somehow you... Holy, dude, you look so weird looking straight at the camera like that. Holy cow, don't look at me like that ever again.
Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end.
Yeah, looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight.
I'm the one who should be thanking you.
At the other end of the phone line. I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go. Wait, is the game almost over? Is this gonna be the last episode? I mean, I knew we were approaching the end, but I'm getting like last episode vibes. A single telephone line connects me and the other Cecil. But that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. Also, isn't Missile still with us, or did Missile try and find Camila? And I think, wait, Missile kind of went off to find Camila, I think. And I just reached the center of the web. Wait, wouldn't Camila also be here?
Welcome to the Yo Noah.
Welcome to the Yo Noah, Detective Jode.
Oh, welcome to the Yo Noah, Detective Jode. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jode.
Suspiciously like another character.
I used your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Smack! Egad! Never thought you'd track us here. Especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yo Noah was going to surface. Confound it.
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals.
Whoa, hold the fuck up. Hold on. Ain't no way.
The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it.
Ain't no fucking way. Sorry. Ain't no way the bullet had a radio transmitter in it that functions after embedding into the target. And that's just fired from a normal gun and does normal bullet stuff. No. Okay, and the pocket watch he gave him was like a GPS tracker.
Cabanella has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch. Yes, Inspector Carbonara. I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on the submarine somewhere. Ah, Cecil, you mean?
Sup, fucker? You can relax. That's nothing but his shell.
His shell, huh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go.
Bah. There's something our nation needs. Cecil has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Oh, dude, he's gonna shove that right up his ass. What was that, dude? Trap door opens out of the ground and just forcibly just butt plugs him. Our nation has already researched it. This product that Cecil has to offer. The source of his powers. Also, basically they're like, he left the meteorite just sitting here. Yeah. And boom. Yeah, but he's still going to be a spirit, and he's still going to be able to fuck around with you.
What the world was that?
The Temsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Cecil is concluded, as far as we're concerned.
What are you talking about?
What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell.
Oh.
What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jode. Where did he go? Oh, there's a phone. Oh. Wait, why are there these balls here? Those are the balls that were... What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynne and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them and fast. So are we gonna have to save Cecil? Because if we don't, they're gonna make off with the... Hey. So you're here, huh? Oh,
It's Mizzo!
yes, I think I even remember who you are by now. I think I even remember who you are. Okay, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago?
I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog.
Well, with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better.
Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynne and Miss Camila.
Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out?
Well, I don't have a nose anymore because I'm fucking dead. I'm sorry to say I don't think it can.
Why did I even bother to ask? Yeah, that was a dumb question. But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together.
You got it!
Internal phone communication? The telephone is ringing.
Wow! It's Miss Camila, I just knew it! My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me.
I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to the phone before it stops ringing. I also... The reason I'm, like, tied in with the cat is because it showed it, like Chekhov's gun. It showed it and hasn't come up yet. But also, it hasn't escaped me that the spirits that we control are... The only other spirit that we control that we're tag teaming with in the spirit world is Missile, a dog. So it's like, oh, so that'd be kind of cool. It's the cat and dog spirits just messing around together. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing.
You bet!
Okay, and let me enter the spirits. Okay. I gotta help Cecil move along, I guess. Swap? Wow. Guess because they're elastic. Okay, no, I need Missile to... Yeah, that's kind of what happens in the summer. Sometimes it just it does do that. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Cecil, look! That black hello? It came off the hook!
Uh-oh. I'd better answer it fast. Also, Cecil can't read, which if he was originally a cat would make sense, even if he doesn't know why. Jesus Christ. Holy cow, I think they won. Dude, that was the loudest they've ever been. Or at least in a long time.
Hello? Is anybody there?
It's her, the little lady. It's Cecil. Where are you?
Somebody please answer.
I guess she can't hear my voice.
You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynne is...
She said Lynne.
Miss Lynne!
We better hurry.
Let's go, Cecil! It's no use. Nobody's answering. Miss Camila! And Miss Lynne! Oh, poor Miss Lynne!
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Dude, am I gonna have to pause this recording and do it later? Jesus. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camila! And Missile, too. I'm so glad to see her all right.
Well, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm all right exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice?
That's right. Camila has a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before, when he saved her that time.
So that was you, was it, Missile? Wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camila, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy.
Hey, Missile, could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while?
Huh?
But
don't you need my powers?
I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. I don't know how time works. I don't know if do on your own for a while. But whatever. Obviously, it does seem to play out that way. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile. Thank you, Missile.
What's this gonna do? Nothing? Okay.
Oh, Cecil, you're here.
Lynne, what in the world happened here?
I don't know.
Huh?
I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case.
And where's Detective Jode? Is he all right?
I don't know.
Huh?
The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden.
Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanella fired into him with the bullet.
I still think that's like the most unbelievable thing about this whole story, but sure.
The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jode and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat.
No, fuck, no you didn't. Hell no. That is not what happened. You're telling me you snuck onto the boat of the fucking paranormal manipulator guy somehow? As if there was even an opportunity for you to sneak onto his boat? What, he had to get up and take a shit? And then he went... He doesn't even need to do that. And then we sneaked. Sneaked is the word, right? Snuck? Feels better, but sneaked is the word. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. And then you got the bends. Detective Jode and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camila. I found Camila hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. She had escaped, huh? Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next?
I don't know.
Huh?
There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Oh boy, sounds like it'd be quicker for me to see myself.
Camila, are you okay?
She has a... Whoa!
Camila?
Oh. It's Cecil.
Hello, Lynne. Or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well. I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camila back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that happens quite often.
See ya, sucker.
Actually, he did say that.
The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I have expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted? To be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out!
Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand.
Of course not. You're not him.
She's right. I'm not him, am I?
He was going to shoot Detective Jode as Camila when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible.
Anyway, let's bring you back to life again.
You didn't have to add the again part.
You fucking loser. Have you even thought about your KD? Okay, so... don't really have any kind of choices here. Okay, I still don't have any opportunity to do anything here. Okay, continue on. You were doing so good in the last one. Okay, there we go. Uh-huh. Alright. Okay, I can't actually use the... Oh, right, someone has to actually answer the phone. It's not enough that it's actually being called. Wait, whoa. No? Was I right in my instincts? That's funny. I thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling.
What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Well, don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now.
Somebody please answer the phone.
If you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Okay, so no, Cecil just was being forgetful. This is gonna get me... He didn't notice that. Handle, emergency light. What do these all do? Oh, that was it? Oh, I thought it was going to be a little bit more in depth than that.
Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver.
Somehow managed? Who's to say that's not how I planned it? It wasn't.
Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on that phone. It might be Detective Jode.
We know for a fact it isn't, right? She's right. I'd better check it out. Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, if you're coming, we're leaving. Sure, we'll go. We'll go there, check it out, see what's at.
See what's up.
Okay, it's here. So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board. Yep. And that does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. So are you supposed to be Russian?
Who is he calling restless ghosts?
I don't think it was you. Well, it's true neither one of us is really resting in peace.
Anyway, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew.
Guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly.
Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Yeah, we have to prevent this from happening to Cecil, I think.
Bargaining chip.
Still...
It's Detective Jode. What's going on there?
I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. We actually can't let that happen, which is kind of funny. I think that's cool that we have to do this backwards thing of saving him in order to... Or maybe we don't save him, we just take the fragment. We can possess the capsule. Oh, dude!
Ah, the Temsic fragment. You're mine at last.
Oh, sweet baby, you're shaped like my nose. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Beep. Cecil, what just happened? The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jode in it.
Don't worry, Lynne. I bet Detective Jode can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady.
I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along.
Wait, I'm getting...
Now then, I'd better hurry along, before Cecil discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yo-No will be his coffin.
Permanent.
May it lie buried here in the deep seas forever. Farewell, Cecil.
Aha! So that's the cause of that giant explosion.
Huh? What is?
Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. It's like... Well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you?
Yeah, sure. It's a little Pomeranian dog. But a different missile comes more readily to mind.
It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired.
What we need to do is prevent them from taking the Temsik fragment, honestly. But wait, why can't they just go into the park and dig it up? They know where it's at. What happens if the thing we're possessing is destroyed while we're possessing it? There's no time. It's gonna launch.
Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it.
What? How?
Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope.
Why was the "I hope" at the end the strongest part of that sentence?
Okay, here goes.
There's a little rat in here. I'm sorry, buddy. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. But was this really the best move?
I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too.
How in the world did it get in here? Never underestimate a rat's ability to get anywhere on the fucking earth. Joint.
I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort.
The spinning black things, right?
Apparently, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance.
Yep, gyroscopic stabilization.
They must be pretty heavy.
I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. If we can change the timing so that both these weights are spinning in line with each other instead of opposite, we can throw the torpedo off balance. I don't know if that's how this is actually going to work in striker joint. Or we could just stop it. I still think that making the gyroscopes Great. We've dumped the little creature off.
Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device.
Right. Safety device. Detonator, striker, joint. Joint. Okay, there we go. There. We clamped the safety device on.
We did it. That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem.
Problem? What's that? Now we gotta get back to the...
torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that.
Uh-oh. Well, actually, we could have if we followed my advice from before, but sure.
What was that noise?
It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine.
But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Cecil, we did it! What's the matter? You still look unhappy.
We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened a gaping hole in the submarine.
You're right. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable!
Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camila. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Oh, so that knocked her out, so that... Uh-oh. Whopper? Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. Yeah, I don't know about water seeping in. I think the moment that the outer shell of the torpedo is, or of the submarine is breached, I think you're gonna have a pressure situation. I've got to get them out of here. I'd better go meet up with Lynne. So maybe this won't be the last episode because we're already 50 minutes in. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long, but maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. That's what I was gonna do anyway, if you would've just let me do it.
Lynne.
Camila, you're awake. How do you feel?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you.
Don't worry about that. That wasn't you.
Miss Camila!
Oh, Missile.
You're here. Oh, poor Miss Camila.
Miss Lynne, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Cecil should be along any second.
I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now.
No, passes out. Camila!
Miss Camila!
I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do...
Oh, I think I'm going to cry.
Or whimper, as the case may be. I better send a signal to Lynne that I'm here, before it's too late. Here's the signal. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Cecil, he's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Cecil. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is gonna fill up with water fast. We'd better get out of that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way... Yeah? I can't swim. Neither can Camila. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? You did it, Cecil. Thanks. It's precarious, but I can actually that actually seems kind of plausible, climbing the ladder that way. Eek! Whoa! I'm actually impressed you were able to maintain both your footing there and not drop Camila.
What was that?
Looks like the water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about.
Huh? Cecil, the flashlight doesn't work anymore.
Hey, don't get mad at me.
Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know, you could fix it with your powers.
Okay, that's just taking things too far. I mean, can I? Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something?
That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now, all we have to do
is get to that door and we're safe.
Eek! Oh, there goes the flashlight. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, well. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wacky world. Ouch! I think Lynne died again. You...
Ow. What happened now?
Looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs.
I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet.
Come on now, as if the latter could be true.
What now? The water sure is rising fast.
Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Well, well, I think I see a familiar flame over there.
Cecil, there you are. How's it going?
How is it going? I'd say it's going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous the situation is, don't you?
Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies?
Of course!
Sure, I don't know if that'll do anything, but... This is new music, too. What? I can't reach that. Wait, unless... Thank you. I mean, can I actually move this stuff?
These pistons sticking out right in front of me. It's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge.
It might be just that. Think you can climb them?
If I wasn't holding Camila, I could probably do it easily.
Cecil, you're not telling Miss Lynne to leave poor Miss Camila behind, are you?
Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? Those pistons sure do look like they could be used to our advantage. Yeah, so I have to... There we go. There we go. There. How about that?
Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me.
You'd better hurry. I don't think that water is going to wait for you. Actually, it probably is.
And a 1-step, and a 2-step, and a 3, and a 4. Wow, I can't believe the water waited and then suddenly surged forth right until it stopped at a convenient spot. Ouch!
Hey, don't you see the steam?
Now the steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through.
What?
And there's no way to go around either. Think you can do something?
Of course we can!
We have to. Okay, so I can probably... Well, there isn't any way for me to really get up as Cecil, unfortunately. Right, like Cecil just can't get up there? Come on. Give me a cycle. There we go. God. Chill.
Here comes that water again.
Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you!
No, Missile, it's too salty.
I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so he can't drink it.
Whatever, just do something about the steam.
Leave it to me, Miss Lynne!
Thanks, Missile.
Don't see how that's useful. No. So, Missile has to do some switchies, right? Okay, cancel that. Switch to See Soul? Question mark? Okay, stop. I want you to go over here. And then go straight down. Okay, that's not enough. That's not close enough to be considered switching? What the hell am I supposed to do with this, then? Okay, they're...
Look at this. If I swap the pipes,
It changes how the steam comes out. Huh.
Oh, I get it. Because the cracks in each pipe are different, right?
I didn't even think about that. So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, huh? I bet that will come in handy. Okay, and I don't even remember what way this one did it. Okay, that one was just real bad. Okay, there we go. There. How does that look?
It looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way.
Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward.
Ouch. Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Now, how in the world am I going to get up there?
Don't yell at me.
if you want to yell, you can yell at me.
Missile, how can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it?
I think you just did.
Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynne up with.
Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynne up and glide her even ever so gently to the top with.
Hey, are you being sarcastic?
No, I'd never be sarcastic.
All right. Now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away.
Oh, you're too fucking fat. Maybe lose a couple pounds, then I can do it. That must be like super hard to do.
Sorry, I can't do it. Open it. Hurry.
Is that any way to ask for something? Okay, I was being fun, but come on, Cecil, this is hardly the time. It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck.
Oh no!
We can just replace the door with something else. Come on.
Missile. No!
This way. Whoa! Dude, that reminds me of like the creature in the lake from Psychonauts, dude. What the fuck just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynne and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. So was that Alma? I think it was Ray, but I'm starting to think Ray is Alma. But why would it be? Unless Jode had a Temsic in his house or something. Okay, so we did it. The final struggle was that music. Save place and current time? Yes. Continue playing? No! I remembered this time. So it's not the final episode, but we are swiftly approaching the finale. And it's getting more and more epic. But anyways, that was today's episode. If you enjoyed, please do the YouTube shenanigans. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's okay. I don't mind. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some more Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. There's also another game I just want to give a shot. I'm not going to start a series on it, but that might be tomorrow as well. And on Friday, me and Stir are going to play some Call of Duty Ghosts Extinctions, which is kind of out of nowhere, but that's what we're gonna do. And I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your evening until then. Bye bye.